Ooh, what's up guys? And I know, sound the alarms. He's finally uploading! He remembered his YouTube password! He's been resurrected from the dead! Necromancy is real! Whatever. It's been 21 months, but I'm finally uploading again to this super dead YouTube channel. I hope it's not dead. I hope I'm gonna see some familiar faces in the comments when I upload, but it's been a very, very long time. Get low grounded. So it's been a very, very long time since I last made a video. Since then, I have moved states entirely, and this guy just left. I guess he just knew that he was dead. But since then, I have moved states entirely. I now live in Texas, so I get slightly worse ping, but you know, whatever. But I've also upgraded like almost my entire setup. Almost all the specs are different, and it does mean that I had to kind of remake my audio setup from memory, so if there's something wrong with it, please do let me know in the comments. But to address the elephant in the room, why did I take a 21-month break from YouTube? And to answer that, we must go back to the last time I uploaded a video. So the last time I uploaded a video, I was a senior in high school, and the video in question was just a regular Skywars video. But after uploading, I noticed that my mouse was double-clicking a lot. Like, so much to the... Oh, okay. So much to the point that I was just kind of ready to just consider it broken. I wasn't really mad about it breaking, because that mouse was the Red Dragon Perdition M901, which is an MMO mouse from Red Dragon, which is like a budget peripheral line that just makes really good mice. Because that mouse cost me $35 and lasts me from 2017 to 2023, 6 years of constant Minecraft and Geometry Dash, two games that are just kind of like, their kind of whole thing is that you just break mice when you play those games. So the fact that it lasted 6 years is admirable. But I had to get a new mouse, and I ended up going with the glorious Model D-. Now, this wasn't really a decision I took lightly. The Red Dragon Perdition is an MMO mouse, which means that it's got like 12 side buttons for just hotkeying all of like the different actions that you could possibly do in an MMO. They also tend to be pretty heavy, because, you know, you just want good mouse control. There's just no reason for it to be light. That was really good for Minecraft for a very long time because, you know, there's a lot of hotkeys that you can have in Minecraft. You have 9 hotbar slots, you have this guy chasing me. Why are you like this? Oh my goodness, okay, you have interesting hits. You chasing me? Oh, we're gonna bed trade. I do not really rate this as a strategy, but if you want to. Unless he has obsidian, but I don't think he does, because I did not see pink wool in mid. So I'm fine with bed trading, I think. At solos, I usually bed trade pretty early in the game anyways. So the Perdition was an MMO mouse that it just had like a ton of hotkeys, and I started playing like with just those 12 hotkeys and got like really used to it. Basically from the time I started playing competitive video games, it was all I knew. And like the Glorious Model D- is a more traditional gaming mouse that only has 2 side buttons. So I basically had to relearn everything that I knew about hotkeying for like just after getting this mouse. Now some of you guys might be asking, why didn't you just get like another MMO mouse? And that's for 2 main reasons. The first one, the Glorious in particular, has an option called debounce timer, which, quick Minecraft PvP history lesson, blew up like many years ago, before, you know, like 1.9 plus PvP was really popular, because debounce is the delay between when you can activate another click after you've clicked. It's to prevent double clicks from happening. But, you know, people who butterfly click really like double clicks because it, you know, gives them insane CPS. So like I get like 17, 18 CPS while butterfly clicking on this thing. And with jittering, I get like 9, 10. It's like, my CPS is crazy, but I don't even use it for fights, ironically, because it makes my aim really bad. But the other main reason was because of another game entirely, Valorant. Some viewers from 21 months ago may know that I had started getting into Valorant to kind of take a break from Hypixel because like the hacker situation was really bad. It got like 1.8 PvP was getting really sweaty and really hard to play. So I wanted to go into, you know, a game that's competitive, but, you know, not everyone is sweaty. You know, there are still irons in Valorant. So I could basically learn how to like be better and to take a break from, you know, Minecraft. And because also a lot of my friends were playing with it. I'll be real with you, not a lot of my friends play like a ages-old version of Minecraft that's well known for just being full of sweats and hackers. Like it's not it's not really good. But Valorant being a tac shooter I did it! I like how the last person was like invisible. I just happened to see him in like double F5, and then he just walks on off the map when I'm expecting to like explode into knockback, and then this guy just does the exact same thing right at the beginning of the game. Did that kill him? It didn't. I just sackied for no reason. Okay, whatever. I'm probably gonna have to focus up against this guy, because I don't think he likes me a lot. Never mind, he is not very good at the video game. I haven't even been like playing Minecraft actively in the last 21 months because like, if I'm not recording Minecraft, I wasn't really playing Minecraft, so I just took like a really long break to focus on Valorant, which I found more fun because it was just easier to like interact with people and like, you know, see my improvement more. Whereas like in Minecraft, it's like you're either good at PvP or you get stomped by all the sweats and all you can win in is like pugs full of noobs. But anyways, as I was saying last game, the reason why me picking up Valorant mattered to my mouse choice was that tac shooters are all about being able to react quickly to like targets on your screen and also being able to aim smoothly, which a heavier mouse like an MMO mouse, like the Red Dragon Perdition, isn't really good for. The Perdition is 120 grams, and this, the Model D minus, is less than half of that. So it made my aim a lot smoother and just made it, like, it was just the vastly preferable option. Even though I basically had to rewrite my entire, like, set of muscle memory that I've ever gained for Minecraft by getting this mouse, I had a plan, see. What I was going to do was I was going to chronologue my, my time learning how to go from using an MMO mouse for hotkeys to hotkeying with my keyboard. I was going to create like a giant documentary style video, kind of like the, oh my goodness, kind of like the old Bed Wars tournament videos that I have. I'll put one of those up on the screen. You guys should watch it after this video. And I thought this was a really wonderful idea because people don't really explore hotkeys a lot in, like in competitive gaming. And I thought it would be like, it would just blow up and it would be all hunky and dory, and yeah, I think you can tell that at this point that like that did not work out. You have to remember at this point that I was a senior in high school at this point, and my high school was also a Giga Sweaty high school, like Giga Sweaty magnet school, have to test into it, and it was like super duper rigorous. And in senior year, I had to prepare for college apps. I had to prepare for, I think, the SATs, if I'm not like misplacing the time. And I also had to do something called the senior project, which is something that my school does where you basically have to like create new research as a high school student, which I was not built for. So yeah, trying to create a documentary out of like tons and tons of footage. I think in total I had like, this dude's so lame. Wait, he died. I did it. People are just magnetized to the void these days. But yeah, like trying to create a documentary style video out of like hours of footage that I recorded over the time that I had to learn how to hotkey with my keyboard, while basically having no free time, meant that, well, that time had to come from somewhere, and it came from eating and sleeping, which is not good. Not good at all. So I got insanely burned out and only got like halfway through editing the video before I really had to give up and focus on college apps. Hello, green team. I don't really have a way to get past you, so we're just gonna toss these off. Okay, well that was very rude. Why are you guys like this? seconds left. Oh, he's never gonna see this coming. Oh my god, he's never gonna see this coming. You heard nothing. Blam. I win. Wait, what? Oh, wait, no, he is not a final kill. I forgot I have to actually break his bed. What the heck? You didn't see me. There will be no survival. Get off the map. Take knockback even. Thank you. Now, around this period, overworking myself to the point of burnout was not unique to unattainable aspirations of creating YouTube documentaries about hotkeys. I had actually noticed that this was starting to affect my day-to-day life. Like, I couldn't really focus on schoolwork consistently, and I wasn't really able to, like, consistently do, like, basic life stuff or, like, basic hobbies. And I chalked it up to burnout for a long time, but, you know, eventually I just had to go and see a medical professional, and they diagnosed me with ADHD. To the surprise of nobody. But according to them, my ADHD was quote-unquote not that severe, and I didn't need medication. All I needed was a mental health coach who would help me figure out how to, you know, work through all of my issues. So let's backpedal a little bit. I am incredibly burnt out from doing senior year stuff, you know, finals, SATs, college apps, all of these other things. And that burnout is only compounded by me trying to create this YouTube, you know, documentary on hotkeys. And I'm dealing with failure from that. I'm dealing with burnout from just everything. And I've just been diagnosed with can't do stuff disease. And they want me to go out of my way to talk to someone who's going to tell me how to do my work. And I generally don't respond well to people telling me how to do what I do. Yeah, that combined with the fact that, like, I just had next to no motivation due to, like, how burned out I was. Yeah, that mental health coaching never actually ended up happening. And I basically had to go through the end of senior year entirely without treatments. Now, due to a absolute stroke of luck and some really good teachers, I was able to, you know, like, graduate college. And, you know, fortunately, because I'm really good at taking tests, that's like the one thing I'm good at when it comes to school. I was able to do, like, really well on my SAT and also really well in the previous year on my PSAT, which let me get into a college with a pretty good scholarship. And I thought, you know, okay, all of this is resolved now. I can go back to, you know, having fun, enjoying myself, and recording YouTube videos, right? Well, my burnout was never actually fixed by getting through senior year. It actually got worse because of, you know, how much work I had to do. So because I never really, like, attended to or even treated the burnout that prevented me from getting motivated to get treated for ADHD, I just didn't get motivated to get treated for ADHD between high school or college either. And I basically just had to deal with the exact same problems again. I still had to deal with the exact same problems once I got to college, like, compared to what I had to deal with in high school. So, exact same things started happening, you know? I couldn't get work done, I couldn't do basic life stuff, I just couldn't do anything. And around halfway through freshman year in college, I thought, okay, no, I actually need to get medicated for this. I think that the doctor that said that I didn't need it was kind of full of it, and I need to get help. Have you ever tried getting a prescription for ADHD while having ADHD, like doing it by yourself? Fighting through the mental health system while you have an illness that constantly slashes your ability to motivate yourself to do so in the first place is dang near impossible. It took me about 6 months to get the prescription for ADHD that I need, which is, you know, Adderall, amphetamines, whatever. It took me 6 months of basically just trying, like, slogging through life to be able to consistently, like, work and eat and sleep. But I did eventually get medicated. Over the summer between freshman year and sophomore year, I eventually just like locked in and actually got the medication that I very desperately needed. And now I thought, surely, all of my issues are accounted for and things will go smooth and I won't feel like, you know, the entire world is against me. And I did everything I could to make sure that that would happen. I signed up for classes uber duper early. I scouted all of my professors on like every single website, that every single like resource that I had for quality assurance, and I made sure that I got good professors. I think you can tell that this did not end up well. So the first week of sophomore year in college starts for me, and I walk into one of my many classes, physics. And the physics that I'm taking this semester is electromagnetism and waves, which I have been told by everyone is an incredibly difficult subject that is purely made of formulas. So anyways, when I arrive, I learned that apparently the professor that I should have had for that class ended up getting replaced a week before the like actual school year, and that left me with someone who was not even supposed to be teaching the class and therefore was woefully unprepared. This was probably one of the most unprofessional teaching jobs I've seen done ever. This, like, I don't think we had a formula sheet until like 2 months in, and it was wrong for another like 2 months. And currently, in like now that we're later in the unit, I found another part of the formula sheet that's wrong, and additionally, all of the homework had to be provided by like a third party, just like willy-nilly. So what they're teaching comes from like a modified version of the textbook, whereas all of the homework comes from the entire textbook. So there's like vast swaths of the material that we just like haven't been taught and we won't ever be taught. That is just, we just need to know on the tests. So I'm just like, okay, fine. So I decide the only rational thing, which is to basically become my own professor, be a student and a full-time professor at the exact same time for myself, and just try to get an A in this class, you know, regardless of the stupidity that is my school. Oh my god. No amount of Adderall is going to fix having to do both of those at the same time. Let's just be real with ourselves for a second. I basically couldn't do a hobby for the first 3 months of school. And stay with me, guys, that burned me out. That burned me out entirely. I won. Cool. So by this point in our 21-month-long story, I have been burnt out for like at this point over 2 years just consistently. I haven't been able to do what I want consistently, do it when I want consistently, or even do what I need when I need consistently for 2 years because of a ton of stuff that I literally could not control. And I think at a certain point I just realized life's just messed up sometimes, man. And life's not going to get better at some points. You're sometimes just going to have to sit through really, really terrible situations, and they're not really going to go away for a very long time. And I think what made me notice this was when I looked at the calendar and realized I'm about to turn 20, man. And I was about to sign off my teen years just unable to do anything for myself, not what I wanted, not what I needed, and not when any of those wants or needs came up because of work. I was just going to sign off my teen years just working all the time. And it got me really down to think about that because, okay, I don't know why you did that, why you thought that was a good idea, but once I noticed that, it's not exactly like my teen years, like turning 20 is like that special outside of like not becoming a not teen anymore. You know, I can still do the things I did as a teen. I can still like play video games. I can still like, you know, impulse buy stuff on Amazon when I, you know, feel like it. You know, I can still like have fun with my friends as if nothing ever changed, but I think that it was symbolic of something that I was signing off like this chapter of my life as I saw by just doing stuff that I didn't even enjoy. So I just said, screw it. You know, I'm just going to record even though, you know, not everything is 100% stable. And I think that's something that I kind of want everybody to take away from this video. There's going to be times where life is just messed up, you know? There's nothing you can do. The cards are completely stacked against you. They were stacked against me. I didn't have an explanation for why I couldn't do basic tasks for the first 18 years of my life, and then once I got it, I wasn't allowed to have medication. I was told that I shouldn't have medication because I wasn't ill enough. There's just nothing that I can do about that, you know? That's just something that I had to power through myself, and I'm still powering through myself, you know? And if I didn't look at the calendar and realize what was coming up, you know, my 20th birthday, I don't think I would have ever really, like, allowed myself to live for a while. Okay, buddy. But I don't think I would have really allowed myself to live for, like, you know, at any point until, like, I was 1000% sure that everything was stable. And that's not really, you know, that would have been a really bad way to, you know, have that go. So if you guys are going to take away anything from my experience, I really want you guys, if any of you guys are going through, like, really, really tough, like a really, really tough situation that you can't do anything about, right? It's just like you feel everything stacked up against you. Just you need to make sure that you don't stop living. Because I did not allow myself to live. I sentenced myself to work for literally years, and didn't really fully allow myself to enjoy, you know, my passions. I think I'm fortunate that I have resources and, you know, friends and the means to really get out of that cycle, but not everyone is going to. And I think you should, above all, just let yourself live. So do it. Do it, you know? You hear it all the time from, like, YouTubers. If you're thinking about when to start YouTube, just do it now. If you have a passion, just do it. Here is your sign. Go and do that new passion that you want to do, okay? I want to go back into making YouTube videos, but I also want to stop being bad at the game. But I want to go back to making YouTube videos. I want to get better at just games in general. Like, you know, Minecraft, like Valorant. I want to get better at all of these games and feel like, you know, I'm improving at stuff. And I also want to get to a stable position in my academics, you know? But I also, like, recently got an interest in learning, like, butterfly knife tricks. I want to learn sewing at some point, you know? Because buying clothes is really expensive when you're a college student, and I really want to know how to repair them. So if you're on the fence about any of this stuff, just here is your sign to do it. And if you do end up doing it because of this video, I would actually appreciate if you did leave a comment saying that, because, I don't know, it would make me feel like I went through all of this for, like, a really good reason, because it ended up helping someone. Anyways, that was, like, really, really cheesy, but, you know, I'm fine with being cheesy every once in a while. What are these guys yapping about? What on... Okay. We're gonna go and break Gray Bed. I don't really like that diamond armor that they have. It's kind of spooky. If Gray Team has emeralds to, like, buy, like, a bridge egg to, like, send it to my base, I'm, like, kind of toast. There's not really much that I can do about that. What is this bed defense? Okay, nice. We're going to buy this and this. And we're probably just going to bed trade. I don't think it's really worth voiding right now, because if I do, then I kind of just get blockaded in my base, unable to really, like, leave. That is if Gray Team is, like, smart. And just get geared up, I think. You're going to collect emeralds, let them break my bed, and... What on earth is happening over there? Okay, anyways, hi. I don't know if I I don't know if a 1v1 with... Yeah, like your armor is kind of a little bit spooky, my guy. I don't know if I really want to deal with all that. Yeah, let's just go back to our base and cash in these diamonds. My bed is still alive. To be fair, it is still alive. Prop 3 now. Kinda want to take your bed, Nick. Fair. And I think we can now go and kill Grey Team. Okay, this is one of the worst fights I've ever had. Okay, we're just gonna keep on bowing this guy, and then we're gonna fight. Jesus Christ, that prop 4? Good fight though. But anyway, I think that covers everything since I went on a hiatus. Also, coincidentally, between this round and the last one, I actually turned 20. So happy birthday to me, I guess. We're gonna celebrate by, you know, stopping all this emotional talking, going back to being a normal YouTuber. I kid. Anyways, so the hotkey documentary that I talked about wanting to make earlier, that actually still could happen. I still have the footage for it, and I still have my editing, like my project files for it. So if you do want to see that happen, you can let me know. However, I will not promise much because, hold up. I will not promise much because, just from experience, I don't think that it's going to be a really good idea for me to try to work on it when I don't want to. So just let me know to put it on my radar, and if at any point I'm like in the mood to edit but like not to record, which can happen, it does happen sometimes, then I will like continue working on it. Okay, my teammate is about completely useless right now. I think he's gone AFK about 3 times, and then oh yeah, he DC'd. This should be fun. Alright, we're gonna have to 2v1 these gentlemen. However, it's more like a 1v1, because that other guy is really bad. At least this guy knows how to like right-click with a fireball, but like, I don't even know if the other guy does. You're gonna come over here, and it's gonna be a really bad idea, right? Yeah, perfect. Perfect, thank you much. Thank you for participating in what on earth? I placed a block on top of my own head. Not glitchy server, by the way. Oh, and he voided. Nice! 1v2 successful. Now we just have to win out the rest of the game. But yeah, if that does end up coming out, or if I do end up working on it, you will probably see it, like announcements of it like every once in a while, maybe. I'm not really consistent with anything, but you know, we'll see, because I am curious how it would have done. It did feel like a pretty unique and like different concept to talk about like hotkeys of all things, because people kind of tend to forget they exist. You know, it's just kind of like a means to an end, you know, but like there is interest in like what your hotkeys say about like what you like prioritize, you know, but that'll be for the actual video if it does ever come out. Additionally, some longtime viewers may recognize that this pack is a new entry onto this channel, never been seen before. The pack is called Blue Ice, and you can see it's by me. This pack is actually unfinished right now, but I am going to release it as soon as I complete it, sort of as like a celebration of coming back to YouTube, I guess. It's about 90% done right now. I think all I really have to do is like do like pack.png and some like I have to do the pack icon, and I also have to do like the custom skybox I think I have a plan to do. But yeah, the pack initially was supposed to be for 1.20 plus, specifically for hoplite actually. because if you don't know what hoplite is, it's basically like if UHC, like if Hypixel UHC was on the modern version and also actually updated and actually moderated and actually cared about. Anyways. And when it dropped, I really wanted to like try making content on it. I've never really been good at UHC, but I've gotten a lot better at gaming and like games in general over the over my hiatus. So I'm gonna try to make content on it at some point, and it'll probably be you'll probably see that pack fairly often. And the only reason why I made like an original pack instead of just like using an existing pack is because I kind of don't like most 1.20 packs. Like there's like this trend that I've noticed, and I don't know if I'm going crazy, but every single 1.20 pack looks the same to me. They all have like the exact same like oversaturated, like very highly hue shifted palettes. And all of the time, like, they have some, like, weird and unique thing going on with, like, the tool shape that's, like, never been done before. And, like, while that's cool to an extent, because it's, like, it's unique, it's fresh, every pack does this. My teammate reconnected, interesting. But every pack does this, and I get bored, I'm a big nostalgist, so there's a lot of elements of, like, 1.8 packs that I really like. Mainly, the fact that they're not really afraid of having mistakes in them. Like, if you look closely at, like, some 1.8 packs, there are just blatant mistakes, like, without a care. And they don't care, because they know that, you probably don't care about it as much as, like, an artist would. So, you just kind of let it slide. A lot of popular packs have, like, really glaring flaws in them that, don't really detract from their quality at all. And I think the reason why is because a lot of the time when they do things, they do it because they think it looks cool, and not just for the sake of being different, right? Like this pearl texture, right? You've probably seen something extremely similar to it. It's, I think Telekio X Blue Do, I think is the pack, has the exact same pearl texture. But I basically like heavily reference that one, but I try to make it myself to like just kind of figure out how they did it. And also just because I think it just looks really, really nice. Like I really want to see like more packs just do things that just look genuinely cool. So it's kind of like the main point of the pack is just like it's trying to have that 1.8 aesthetic of just doing things because you like it, but also up to modern pack making standards where like it's actually hue shifted, it doesn't look like mud, and it's just kind of supposed to be like a mix of like it's supposed to have like modern quality control, but it's supposed to invoke a lot of nostalgia for like people who are going from 1.8 to 1.20. And for all the people who are, I absolutely do not blame them. Like 1.8 is like really, unless you're really good at it, 1.8 is like really hard to have fun with. Oh, I missed. I think I'm dead here. Okay. My teammate is still alive. Don't have the foggiest clue where he is. He has... You know what? I am proud of you, teammate. You are doing your best. And he logged out again. Oh, I get to steal the stuff. We're probably just going to scumbag these guys. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really feel like being a good person right now. I'm gonna invis KB stick them. I feel mean. We're gonna pot up. We're gonna gap up. And let's hope that they do something really, really dumb. You see absolutely nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Aha! One and a two, and I didn't even have to KP stick them. I'm only kind of a scumbag. Oh yeah, by the way, in between rounds, I noticed that my Windows mic volume was set to like 5. It's normally supposed to be 65, so if that completely ruins how my mic sounds, don't blame me. Blame Windows. I hate it when Windows does this. Windows does this all the time. It just sets my mic volume to like something completely random. Please tell me if you guys have a fix. So yeah, that was my return after 21 months of not uploading. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Especially make sure to comment about either the pack or the documentary video that I was talking about, or whether anything I said in this video actually helped you, because I really hope it helps someone. I really wouldn't wish what I've gone through on many people. I'm not gonna lie. Not many at all. Yeah. Have a good day. Bye.